What's going on, my people? It is your guy Hopeful and bringing you some more Mugen League action. In this fighting game league, we put AI control characters against each other in 2v2 matches. This video will contain sets 8 and 9 of wave 10, which means the time to fight has finally come to Mugen League!
Maybe 2 teams at least, minimum. So in the background, Shuriken Shadow charging up, Bartholomew Orochimaru Paul's being attempted inside, erupted Sakura and now going for a big Rasengan. Mugen League where we put Mugen League, where we put air control Mugen characters against each other in a league-based format.
Before we get into the first set of the video, let me show you guys the updated league table right now. And that's what the table looks like coming into the last 2 sets of wave 10. The first set of this video will be H.L.S. Students 2 versus Orochimaru Circle. For the first game, H.L.S. Students 2 will be represented by Ino and Shikamaru. Orochimaru Circle will be represented by Orochimaru himself and Kabuto. The stage will be Tenru Forest. Now, both H.L.S. Students 2 and Orochimaru Circle can move into top 8 if they get a win in this set. They would displace Fairy Tail, who are currently 8th place in Mugen League Season 1 so far. Alright, match begins. Snake Tongue grab from Orochimaru. Kabuto has summoned the Anbu. The Anbu clone that, you know, operates on his behalf. That one is taking part in this game. Ino versus I think Kabuto there. I heard Chakra message, but hold on, Orochimaru's been poisoned, but he's actually using the 8 branches technique, his 3000 power super, and there goes Shikamaru. It's just Ino left to 1v2. She goes for the Shin Tenshin no Jutsu. She escapes momentarily, but hold on, Orochimaru has actually used Edo Tensai, and the first and second Hokage are coming to play. Orochimaru and Kabuto will take round number 1. Round number 2, begin. Orochimaru very crafty, possessing multiple helpers that can do damage on his behalf without him having to do the damage himself. He goes for the Kusanagi sword as well. Somehow Ino was stuck in I think hit stun or block stun. Ino has been hit with the 5 element seal, and you can see that Shikamaru's charging up, but Ino and Shikamaru's power are not going up past a certain limit, and that's purely because of the 5 element seal that was affecting Ino. So now here comes Chakra Mesu. Ino is almost down. She indeed does go down. It's just Shikamaru left to 1v2. Here come the Kusanagi sword, the first and second Hokage, Orochimaru and Kabuto. That's like what? That's like a 5v1. This is not even a 2v1, it's a 5v1 right now against Shikamaru. He might have a genius level intellect, but not even he can overcome the punch of the first Hokage. Orochimaru and Kabuto, with a lot of cheap tactics, will end up taking the first game of this set. Right, the second game of this set will have the Choujman and Hinata go up against Kimimaro and Sasuke. Whichever team wins this set will go into top 8 if there is a winner. The only team that can win this set right now is Orochimaru Circle, as H.L.S.2 can only get a draw. Somehow Kimimaro has already awakened into his awakening, and he's using the bone counter, which uses the spike graveyard if you actually hit him. Choji is in the air going for his giant palm, getting hit by the Sharingan Genjutsu. Meanwhile, Hinata is charging up power on the left side of the screen. Finally sees it fit to come in, but she herself is going to get poisoned by the white snake bearer jutsu of Sasuke. She's trying to go for her 8 Trigons in the air. It does not work. Choji has gone for his awakening where he grows really large, planting down on Sasuke. Sasuke using a snake shield. Sasuke is still on the ground. Hinata goes down, and then Sasuke wakes up and just nips at the ankles of Choji there. Kimimaro and Sasuke are 1 round away. Kimimaro and Sasuke are 1 round away from Orochimaru Circle's second win on the table. Would be a really impressive stat. Like I said, they could go top 8 if they win this round. Choji and Hinata are trying to stop that. They're trying to spoil the party. Sasuke using his substitution there, going for the white snake bearer jutsu, poisoning both opponents. Kimimaro will awaken one more time. Sasuke goes for the Sharingan Genjutsu, but neither of his opponents were on the field. They were both lying on the ground. They weren't actually standing, so they did not get hit. But Kimimaro did use his bone counter, which summoned the spike graveyard, which dealt damage. Kimimaro is now the last character alive for Orochimaru Circle in the second round, and he will get beat by the Nikudan Sensha of Choji and Hinata. trying to get themselves a point, trying to get H.L.S.2 a point. They're trying to get a point from this set. Kimimaru using Bone Meal against Hinata. Hinata's gonna have to get stunned. She tries to go for the attack, but the Bone Guard was used by Kimimaru. Hold on, Hinata is using the A-Trigon's Palms rotation. She's getting hit by the multi-stab into the punch. Kimimaru now trying to deplete all of Hinata's HP, but somehow Hinata did not look like she was taking any damage from that. Meanwhile, Sasuke is kind of getting destroyed. He's lost a lot of HP in the left side of the screen with Choji. He's fighting back is Sasuke, but Choji interrupts the offense by using his giant palm bust out. Right, you can call it like, yeah, it's just a bust out really. The twin lion fist will connect onto Kimimaru, but Choji has used the Chobakai no Jutsu into the giant palm. Sasuke is basically done. He's basically dead. One more hit should do it. Kimimaru coming back to fight with Bone Meal. Sasuke goes down. Nikudan Hari Sensha. I believe Hinata used a special move. We can't see it because of the giant spiky human boulder, but yeah, there's Hinata. She pops out at the end, and then Kimimaru gets hit by the end of that move. H.L.S.2 will win the second game, and they will get a draw. They will get a point from this match. I didn't want to fight, but you forced me. So the result of the first set is indeed a draw. Now both teams wanted a win, but getting a draw is not the end of the world because they will still be just outside of top 8, and if they get the right result in the next couple of waves, they could make themselves a top 8 contender. We're winding down. Top 8 showdown is almost upon us, as we are going to enter wave 11 after these last 2 sets have been played. But let's get into the second set of the video, which will be Hidden Leaf Teachers versus Team Pokemon. Hidden Leaf Teachers for the first game will be presented by Kakashi and his rival Might Guy. They will go up against Crocodile and Charizard. The stage will be Izurukira x Makato Kibune. Now Hidden Leaf Teachers have yet to win a set in Mugen League. They have points, they got draws, but the draws are the best that they have gotten so far in their season 1 journey. They really want and need a win. Kamui coming out from Kakashi. One of the buffs to Kakashi's Kamui is that it now automatically tracks the opponent, and you saw that in action there. He's going to use it again to catch Charizard this time. So the Kamui has been buffed. Kakashi's AI has also been buffed. Might Guy, the time to do the work is now. Might Guy awakes into the 8 gates. Hold on. Crocodile and Charizard to some extent getting hit by Kakashi Festival. Kakashi now charging the Raikiri. Kamui Raikiri this time connects against Crocodile. He goes for the Mangekyou Genjutsu, does Kakashi. He's gonna fall for the Swagger. Might Guy is almost dead. He's fighting Charizard. I don't know if he's gonna get a hit. He gets the Sekizo, but Charizard comes in with the dive kick. And it's just Kakashi. Charizard jumping up and down, not really doing much of anything. He's still just jumping up and down. Kakashi's over there, Charizard. You gotta go get him. Crocodile can't handle him on his own, right? Crocodile using Dragon Tail. Maybe he can't handle Kakashi all on his own. Kakashi being juggled right now. Uses the Kamui substitution or the Kamui dash. One or the other. Using the Kamui substitution again. And he tries to use the Kamui itself. It connected against Charizard, but not against Crocodile. And Crocodile was able to use Stone Edge to finish off Kakashi, despite the fact that Kakashi had used the Kamui. So Pokemon are up 1 round. They win this second round. Hidden Leaf Teachers will go another wave without a win. That's not what I want to see. I'm not biased. But I want every team to get at least 1 win. It will make me feel good, right? But Hidden Leaf Teachers, they're the ones that have to do it on their own. I can't do anything in my power. It's all up to them. Kakashi charging up the Raikiri, going for the Kakashi combo, but getting interrupted by Crocodile with the Dragon Pulse. Charizard is almost down. Charizard is gonna go for Flare Blitz, completely whiffs, does not catch either of his 2 opponents. Kakashi now using multiple kunai tosses. I believe that was the Kakashi Festival. Hold on, Might Guy awakens into the 8 gates, goes for the Sekizo, into the Warp Sekizo. Kakashi trying to go for the Mangekyou Genjutsu, but Crocodile is already down. Crocodile gets hit by the aerial Raikiri, and Asaku Jaku will not finish off Charizard. The Raiji Hashiri is being used, but no, the Raiji Hashiri hits Crocodile instead. Crocodile is dead, guys. Crocodile is knocked out. Go against Charizard. Yes, attack Charizard. Charizard finally gets hit by the Kamui. Might Guy losing HP all the while, but not enough to put him down. And no, Might Guy will not die from his own HP debuff when he uses the 8 gates, but his HP can fall all the way down to 1, and then even if he guards something, if he gets chip damage, he will lose in that way. But he can't really knock himself out with his own 8 gates, if you are wondering. It doesn't happen. Anyway, Might Guy getting taken for a ride by Charizard. Seismic Toss being used by Charizard. But hold on, Charizard and Crocodile have lost a good amount of HP. I was just about to say my guy might actually awaken at this HP threshold, and indeed he does. Kakashi's Raikiri interrupted. The Warp Sekizo, I believe, hits Charizard, even though Charizard was above the regular Sekizo. Another Warp Sekizo from my guy. He's trying his best, but can they do it? Can they get one foot in the door to lock in their first win of the Mugen League season? My guy is almost down. My guy is almost down. He goes for the 8 gates overflow, but the Fire Blast will finish off my guy. It's just left up to Kakashi. Can he 1v2? Uses a substitution jutsu into the Mangekyu Genjutsu, getting hit by the Wing Attack. Another substitution from Kakashi. He won't get an opportunity to awaken into the Susanoo. He gets hit by the counter, but hold on. The Kakashi combo. Kakashi did it. Kakashi got the 2v1 or the 1v2, bro. Look how much HP he has left. You made the wrong rival. I win. That's the most I'd win moment I've seen in Mugen League thus far. Kakashi going up against two of the best AIs, especially defensively in Mugen League, and he has to beat both of them. But because of his Kamui substitution and his Raikiri, he was able to do just that. That was crazy from Kakashi, bro. But the job is not done. Hidden Leaf teachers have gotten another point. They've gotten a draw at worst, at minimum. Can they finish the job? Can they get that elusive first win? We'll find out by going into the second game of this last set of the video, the last set of the wave. We will have Asuma and Kurenai go up against Breloom and Lucario. I'm gonna have to make a note. Kakashi got a 1v2 in that last game, so I have to write that down somewhere. But right now, we are starting the second game in this last set. Hold on, Katon Hiichi Yagara into like 2 trench knife uppercuts. Hello. Kurenai just charged power and Asuma used the power. Lucario and Breloom on less than 50% HP, the both of them. If you never saw it the first or the second time, here's another trench knife uppercut. Here comes the flying swallow thrust. Breloom is still alive somehow. He's taking the fight to Asuma, but hold on, Lucario's been finished off by Kurenai. It's just Breloom left. Katun Hichiagara. The lighter detonating on Breloom. Breloom now in the air. He's parrying moves. He's like not getting hit by moves. Cherry Blossom Wrath does not hit because I think Breloom was bloody blocking, but he does end up getting hit by the flying swallow thrust into the upper kick from Asuma. And Asuma and Kurenai 1 round away from H.L.T's very first win. Can they do it? Flying swallow thrust immediately from Asuma, followed by the rose slash, the petal slash, another flying swallow thrust. Meanwhile, Kurenai has generated 2 pink blooms, the maximum amount that can be on the screen at any one point in time. But it doesn't look like she's gonna even need the pink blooms because Breloom and Lucario are in dire straits. They're about to lose. There goes Lucario. He's not blocking. It's just Breloom left. He gets hit by the rose slash, and Asuma and Kurenai are going to do it. They're going to give Hidden Leaf teachers their very first win. And what a statement too. Asuma and Kurenai barely lost any HP in that last round. Protecting the king is my job. Yo, that was crazy. Kakashi's 1v2. My guy with the 8 gates. Asuma and Kurenai trading slashing moves against both opponents. And then they win while barely losing any HP. Is this it? Is this the turning point in the season for H.L.T? Now we don't have that many more waves left in the season, but if H.L.T can get a couple of good results, maybe they can even make it into top 8. Hello, the performance that they did today definitely is a performance of a top 8 team, and they beat a top 8 team. Pokemon are actually in top 8. Kudos to H.L.T. If they need a head-to-head against Pokemon, they will definitely get it. But with all that, we have come to the end of this video. So as always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Leave a like for all the talking, subscribe for more and more content, sound your voice in the comments, and let me know if you're celebrating the first win for H.L.T, because I know I am. Again, I am not biased. I just want every team to get at least 1 win. All right, that's it for me. See you in the next video, and yeah, peace.
Fight!